Salaki. Salakia. Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Akiyam. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kwadash. I would also like to give a double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. I would also like to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000 men of Israel, which consists of the servants, the prophets, whom have been ordained since the foundations of this earth to sing this new song, which comes in the form of this gospel, which will be preached throughout all four corners of this earth and rest upon the ears of the innumerable multitude, men, women, and children of Israel, who may be scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. Shalom. Hey, Shalom, beloved Akiyam and Akwath. It's just Bayan back again, through the spirit, power, and mercy of our power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And as you can see by the thumbnail, I got an article that I want to share with you, beloved Akiyam and Akwath. I came across it yesterday, and we've just been meditating on it through the spirit. And again, of course, it's heavily prophetic. All right, to those of us that have eyes to see and ears to hear, man, we can see the prophetic overtone of articles such as this. All right, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to read the pressure points. I'm not going to read the whole article in its totality. The pressure points tell the story. Okay, and ultimately, let me see here. I just want to get the title real quick. It's from Natural News, right? And it's dated September 19th, 2025. And the title reads, NASA warns of solar storm chaos, all right, as sun's unexpected awakening threatens global blackouts. Now, this is telling us one of two things, because we know Esau, the self-proclaimed white man, all right, he's going to try to create a scenario where, he's going to weaponize the food. We know he has control over the grid. They can shut it down or what have you. But see, one thing that's overlooked is the reality of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai being able to shut this nigga's grid down. Okay? Unexpectedly. You see? Because ultimately Esau thinks he's gonna be able to play this game and create the narrative. As we know they operate under the order out of chaos device. Right? But there's going to be a moment in time where they're not going to have the ability to control that scenario. You see, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is in full control at the end of the day. And this is what this article is going to talk to, man. Okay, because as we know, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai blocked it out on the Egyptians, man. Okay? And they had their, their magi's and their left-hand priesthood of wizards, man, that were able to do wicked, divine things, man. You see, but what happened? They were confounded by our power, man, through Moses, man. You see that? And ultimately through the Most High himself. See, because the Lord blocked that motherfucker out. You see? And this is what this place has to look forward to, a blackout and famine. All right? And this is something that you people are not going to expect to come upon you, man. You overweight all right? Overeating, okay? Living deliciously, proud Americans, man. You're not ready to be put in a position where you can't put food on that plate, okay? When you're not eating a 3-course meal, all right? And and being able to drink all this soda pop and all these sugary drinks, all right? Sliding your ass to Starbucks, all this is going to come to an end. You see? Now, real quick. Now, what's so powerful about this is that we know that the scriptures tell us that what? The curse of the Lord. Let me get this real quick. If I'm not mistaken, that's Proverbs, the 3rd chapter. Let me see something right here. The book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 33. All right, and this is no coincidence. That equals 6. You see that? Which is talking to the man. I'm sorry. Equals 9, which goes into foundation. What I meant to say, 3 goes into 3. What 3, 3, 3, 3, right? Goes into 9, which goes into foundation. Which Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man's foundation is crumbling at the foundation, man. Okay, he's clearly crumbling at the foundation. Look at the curse of the Lord, Proverbs 3 and 33. The curse of the Lord, Yahweh, is in the house of the wicked. All right, and we know, those of us that know, we know, but for new listeners, if you don't know, all right, Malachi 1 and 4, okay, puts the scopeo on who the house of the wicked is, man. All right, and it will be none other than Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, man. All right, they are the wicked. They are the devils that the Bible speaks of, man. Okay, they're the seed of Satan, the so-called white man, woman, and child. Okay, and this is the truth. And for those of you Jakes that don't believe that, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that don't believe that, well, guess what? You're going to end up falling victim to your unbelief. Okay, when the same individual you think is an angel and is for your turn is going to have you strapped up somewhere. Okay? All right? And you can use your imagination as far as what they're going to do with you at that point. All right? I'll give you a clue. Delectable Negro, man. All right? Because we're coming into a time where there ain't going to be no food. Okay? And Evil E's going to turn back into that caveman, man. Okay? Because he's truly a caveman. All right? This is what the world has been led to believe that Esau is this civilized, 3-piece suit wearing, all right? Nimrod's rod on his neck in the form of a tie wearing, comb over, razor using, okay? High rolling, okay? 6-digit salary making, okay? Always got the right thing to say, $1 million word saying, nigga. But no, in reality, he's a complete demon, and you people are gonna find that out. You people Jake that think this man is scripture says none of them do good, man. No, not one. Okay, they've done works that, hey, it's a shame to even speak about what they've done. Okay, they've done odious works, man. You see, and you Jake are gonna find out the highway, because they're the wicked. Okay, let's continue on in this Proverbs 3 and 33. Let's read it from the top. Proverbs 3 and 33. The curse of the Lord Yahweh is in the house of the wicked, but he blesseth the habitation of the just. Now, there's a reason why I'm bringing this out. Okay, as you can see, Esau is living out his blessing that he received, Genesis 27, by Isaac, which was Yahweh Shai, if you can receive it. He was told that he'll have what? The dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth. Okay? This is why via the Renaissance period, all right, which was the revival of the Western Roman Empire, this damn Edomite came through gunning. All right? Going from sea to shining sea, conquering and colonizing everything, man, because he was given that authority by the Lord. Okay? But now we can clearly see he's at the tail end of his blessing. How do we know? His habitation is because, remember, he was a golden cup in the Lord's hand. He was you can call it what it is. He was blessed for a moment in time, for a space of time. For a space of time. You see? Because the Lord is he's a man of his word. You see? And he's fair when he gives these certain nations the dominion. And Esau had his time. All right? But now he's no longer being favored. You see? And now he's at the end of his blessing. He's at the end. To the point now, the earth, the scriptures tell us that the earth shall rise up against him, man. As a matter of fact, let's go get that too. This is what we're witnessing. Let's go. What's that? Job? Is that Job 20? Let me see something real quick. If not, we'll look it up. Job 20. Let me see. You brothers can put it up. If I can't find it. Now I got it. Kahala Yahweh Shem Yahushai. The book of Job. I love the book of Job, man. And Job was a prophet. For those of you people out there, all right, that lack understanding. All right, Job was a prophet. All right, and Job is a representation of the elect based off his trials, tribulations, and his success. Okay, with going against the principality of the time, of his time, which is Satan. You know, but she went up against him through the spirit, and Satan was able to, attack his flesh. He was able to take people out that was close and dear to him. He was able to turn his wife against him. He was able to turn his friends against him. But at the end of the day, what happened? He killed his kids. What happened at the end of the day? I believe Job got 100 times what he had. So he's the representation of the elect. Job won at the end. Okay, and Job is here. Job is here. Job is somewhere on this earth, highly likely part of Great Millstone or offshoot camp, bringing it out. Anyways, the book of Job, chapter 20, and verse 27, and it reads, that heaven shall reveal his iniquity. Hold on for 1 second. We got to bring this all into context. Let's jump up to the book of Job, chapter 20, and verse 4, and we'll jump down. Right? Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth? Verse 5, Job 20 and 5, that the triumphing, right? The triumphing the triumph means the win. Okay? That the triumphing of the wicked is short. Okay? And Esau's been winning. Just look around you, man. Look at all this generational wealth. All right, that these Edomites are flourishing in. That's now diminishing. And they know it. And this is why they're losing it. And they're trying to psych themselves out by gauging their fall through economics. No, nigga, you out of there, man. Point blank, period. And the earth is testifying against you. You see? The constellations, the animals, everything, man. The soil. All right, this is why he pushes GMO and synthetic meats. Everything's against this guy, man, because it's over for you. This is the reality, man. Let's go. Let the Job 20 and 5. That the triumphing of the wicked is short. Revelations 20, right? He'll have a little season. See, this nigga wasn't gonna be able to pursue this reign of terror for long. All right, there was gonna come a time where Yahweh Bashem Yahushai shut this nigga's lights off. Okay, let's go. That the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. There's no bigger hypocrite than Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man. His title alone puts him in the arena of a hypocrite, man. Okay, because he's the furthest thing from white, which goes into purity and innocence, man. Okay? He's the furthest thing from that, man. You see, just to gaze upon this nigga, man, he's the furthest thing from the truth, this guy. Okay, this crimson, clean leper, barbarian, man. And let me just make a point and clarify something. There's gonna be Israelites that do look like Esau. We just gotta qualify that. All right, because this is not about that's just an identifier. Okay? We know what he is. We know who he is. That's by his criminal. But that's just an identifier. Because there's going to be Israelites that look like him, man. And guess what? The Spirit is going to bear witness to that. If he's a Jake, hey, Shalom, hey, GM is in his likeness, my beloved brother. Hey, Damawafia. Hey, Shalom, beloved brother. Hey, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Barakatah. Lord willing, I'm going to get your precepts as well. But yeah, man. Hey, I just want to make sure we all have that understanding for new listeners that are coming in. All right, because you got society, all right, with Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, leading the charge of calling us black Hebrew Israelites, man. Okay, trying to put us under that stigma, which black goes into wicked, dark, deaf. Okay, but no, that's not what we subscribe to. Okay, we are Hebrew Israelites, man. Hebrew Israelites are gonna come looking like other nations as well, because we've been scattered pursuant to Deuteronomy 28 and 64. Okay, so I just want to make that point. There's gonna be Israelites that look like every other nation, man. Their spirit's gonna bear witness to the spirit that they're Jake, man. You know, and for those of you that know, you know. You know, but for the, you know, you already know. There's only for the elect. The elect understands and comprehends, and has a mindset of understanding and spirituality, man. But anyways, let's read this again. Job 20 and 5 before we jump down. So now we got context, right? I'm gonna read it from the top. I'm gonna read 4, 5, and we'll jump down. Job 20 and 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. Jumping down to verse 27. Right? Now we know who this is talking to now. Okay? Now we have an understanding as we read further down in Job. Look it. The heaven shall reveal his iniquity. Okay? And iniquity goes into sin on top of sin. It goes into evil. Wickedness, man. Look. And the earth shall rise up against him. Now, real quick. The heaven shall reveal his iniquity. And we liken this unto, you know, the servants, the prophets, you know, revealing him through the Spirit. You know, obviously the tongue of the Lord's mouth. It tells us in 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, he should be consumed by it. Right? But we can also liken this, because there's levels to heaven. Right? There's levels to it. Right? So the heaven shall reveal his iniquity. The reality of the sun waking up. All right? Causing solar storms, which are going to cause magnetic interference on this earth and with the satellites, man, which can be inducive to a blackout. You see? The heavens is revealing his iniquity, man. Look. And the earth shall rise up against him, man. At the end of the day, the earth shall rise up against him, man. And we've seen it. Okay, the earth is rejecting this dude. The earth is spewing him out. Why? Because he's shed blood on it, right? He's abused it. He's never done one land Sabbath. He commits deforestation. All right. He's brought forth forever chemicals, right? He's brought forth factories and industrial revolutions that have destroyed the waterways, man, to where you can't even drink natural water source. You have a well in your backyard that's active. You drink that water, you won't be active the next day. All right, because this man's contaminated the waterways, man. Okay, this man has destroyed the planet and everything in it. And if you're in the right spirit, it should infuriate you, man. It should infuriate you. Because now here it is, we're subjugated to moving around within a 10-mile radius, because we got to go to work the next day, being woken up by our alarm clock, if I might add, just to go slave for a corporation or a company, all right, that you're getting only pennies on a dollar from. But at the same time, as a Hebrew Israelite, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, or a speckled bird, we made that point. You should understand what that's going into. This is our earth. This is our planet, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. This belongs to us. 2 Ezra 6, man. This belongs to us. The earth was created for our sake. But here it is, we got to sit back and watch this barbarian destroy it and destroy us. Slander us. Okay? Redline us. Kill us, man. See, but this is coming to an end, though. And this is why we out here bringing it out through the spirit and shedding light on this understanding. Now, real quick, let's go back to the article. Right? There you are. Right, let's get to some of this article, right, real quick. Right, back in the article. Again, the title reads, NASA warns of solar storm chaos, right, as sun's unexpected awakening threatens global blackouts, man. So again, now you see Esau's not the only one in control of bringing forth a blackout, okay? Because with these solar storms, again, they could knock out the grid. Let's go down. The sun has unexpectedly reversed a decades-long decline in activity, with NASA now warning of stronger solar winds, flares, and geomagnetic storms that threaten power grids, satellites, and GPS systems, man. Okay? Look, scientists admit they don't fully understand the sun's long-term behavior. Of course you don't. Because the sun is the Lord's creation. Matter of fact, we're going to prove that point. Leaving humanity vulnerable as infrastructure remains unprepared for the escalating threat of solar storms, man. Okay, this is the power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Real quick, when you go, now what's a solar storm? For edification, right? I looked it up real quick. Now this is on Chat GPT. Yup, Chat GPT. All right, and I typed in, what are solar winds? Right, and it says solar winds are streams of charged particles, mainly electrons and protons, that are constantly flowing outward, all right, from the sun's upper atmosphere, known as the corona, into space. Okay, now key facts. What are they made of, right? We just read that. Mostly electrons and protons and alpha particles, which are ejected at high speeds ranging from 300 to 800 kilometers per hour. Where do they come from? They originate in the sun's corona, right? Where the sun's magnetic field is so strong that it pushes particles away from the sun's surface into space. Okay, where do they go? Solar winds travel through the solar system, forming a giant bubble around it called the heliosphere, which extends far beyond Pluto. Right? And how do they affect the Earth? They interact with the Earth's magnetic field, causing geomagnetic storms. This can lead to auroras, right? Like the northern and southern lights, right? Intense solar wind can disrupt satellites, GPS, radio communications, right? And even power grids on Earth. This is the work of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Didn't we just see an object 100 times bigger than the sun travel behind it? Have we not witnessed activity at the sun where there's what the world will call UFOs going into the sun and coming under the other side? Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai has been working the work. You see? Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is waging war on evil E. And the beautiful thing about it is that the elect is going to be preserved and protected on the planet Earth, man. While this takes place, the elect is going to be delivered from these things, man. Because again, let's go. I wanted to grab this real quick. Let's go to the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach. I think that's 43, 42, 42, 43. 43. Check this out. The book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 43 and verse 1, and it reads, the pride of the height, the clear firmament, the beauty of heaven, with his glorious show. The sun when it appeareth, declaring at his rising a marvelous instrument, the work of the Most High, man. Okay? Showing you that the article we're reading is directly linked to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, pinpointing and targeting evil E. Okay? Bringing forth, this is a build up to the bringing forth of the end of Esau, man. Remember, the Lord said he's going to bring forth his act, his strange acts, man. And he's going to do his works, his strange works. This is why these scientists can't figure out why the sun is doing it. They think, see, Esau think he got it all figured out. You know? Esau thinks he has the conclusion of the matter. No, my boy, you're gonna find out that you're nothing but clay. You see, in the potter's vessel. Let's continue on. A man blowing a furnace. I'm sorry, I skipped the line. At noon, right? Sirach 43:3. At noon, it parcheth the country, right? And at noon, it's at its highest point, right? And who can abide the burning heat thereof? Verse 4. A man blowing a furnace is in works of heat, but the sun burneth the mountains 3 times more, breathing out fiery vapors and sending forth bright beams. It dimmeth the eyes, man. This is the work of our power. Okay? And this is the instrument being used right now that's going to be used to bring forth forms of calamity to Esau's infrastructure, man. Man. Okay? Showing you how much more of a reality these blackouts are going to be. The Lord's doing this, man. See? Let me go to the comment board real quick. Hey, and shalom to you, beloved Akim and Akwaf. On the comment board, and now they're going to tune in later. Hey, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatham to you, beloved Akim and Akwaf. Let's get a couple from the beloved brother. GMS in his likeness. The brother Damawathia, right, from Florida. Let's go. Orlando. Let's go, bro. Right? Let's get fire everywhere, man. Let's get fire, brother. Everything you put up. Oh no, the brother put up. Come on, let's get this. I'm gonna read everything on the comment and we'll close out. Again, the brother GMS in his likeness, the brother Damawathia, Psalms 28:3. Draw me not away with the wicked and with the workers of iniquity, which speak peace to their neighbors, but mischief is in their hearts, man, right? And this is echoing, I want to say Sirach, the 12th chapter, and 14. You see? Ultimately, Esau's in a position where he tries the Yaiquab. Yaiquab, he was pretty much being slick. That's what that, Yaiquab, that's what that goes into. But he's so cunning. He's cunning, and scripture says he was the most cunning beast of the field. When you read Genesis, the 3rd chapter. You see, so he's able to use deception in the form of witchcraft, man, to make you think that he's your friend. Okay, but in reality, he wants to throw you in the pit. You know? He'll stab you in your back if he gets the opportunity. And he does it amongst his own household, man. Esau has a long history, a long track record, right? Of quote unquote, I'll just say it like this, white on white crime. You see? White on white crime. Long history of it, man. Okay? Well, you got the Seleucid and the Ptolemaic Empire, right? They went at it, right? You have these the civil wars that took place on this land, right? The Spanish-American Wars, and what have you. Upon him taking out the Spanish, the French, and the Spanish, the French, and the British over here, man. You see? Those 3 that fell, pursuing the Daniel 7. It's always been white on, and even when you go into his history, like his intimate history, like with various, this nigga's always done that. So how much more us? How much more his brother? Okay, Jacob. And you niggas always buy he sells you a dream and you niggas always buy it. All right, he was hitting you with he's gonna make America great again. You Jake fell victim to that. You literally have niggers and Latinos for Trump, man. Literally. You have Negroes and Latinos, look it up. Niggers and Latinos for Trump. All right, and you're the same ones that he's carting off via his ICE program. But anyways, Psalms 10 and 15, same brother. And it reads, break thou the arm of the wicked and the evil man. Seek out his wickedness till thou find none. And this is exactly what the Lord is doing. He's working. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is working, man. All right? There's now inquisition being made on Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, man. All right? An intense investigation and interrogation is taking place. All right? And the servants, the prophets, the mouthpiece of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, okay? Through that council, court is in session. All right? And Esau is being found out. He's being spotted. And ultimately, he's going to be caught. As you read in Jeremiah, I believe that's Jeremiah 50. He's been found. He's going to be caught. Right? Because he's striven against the Lord. Okay? He's been fighting up against the Lord, trying to wage war with him. Now, hey, a war you want, right? There was a war you wanted, a war you going to get, a war you got. You see? Let's see if you can prevail, man. Job 40 and 10, same brother, GMS in his likeness. And it reads, Job 4 and 12, excuse me. And it reads, look on everyone that is proud and bring them low. And tread down the wicked in their place, right? Okay, to be proud, okay, pride coming before destruction, man. And a haughty spirit before a fall. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai hates pride. He hates a proud look, man. Okay, pride wasn't created for man. We're nothing but earth and ashes, man. We're fragile, man. You know, you can fuck around and fall and kill yourself, man. Hit your head. And you out of there, man. That's how fragile we are, man. You know? But you got men walking around as if they're immortal. Right? And I'm talking to Esau. You see, this man walks around like he's unstoppable, man. Because of a little bit of science that he's been exposed to, man. And a lot of it's pseudo, which goes into falsehood, man. But he's being found out, man. Right? And he's gonna end up falling real low, man. Scripture says he's gonna fall. The wicked are gonna fall underneath our feet, man. You see? Let's go. Let's get this from the brother. Be ye as pilgrims. Shalom, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Barakatah. He put up Revelations 11 and 18. And the nations were angry. Fire. We'll close out with this. Which this brings us around full circle. See? Kahalayam la Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. I wasn't even thinking about this precept, man. You see that? The water, see? That's why the brotherhood is valuable, man. The water to you, beloved Akiyam. And you Akwaf as well. But you Akiyam first and foremost. The water. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Barakatam. Revelations 11 and 18. And it reads, and the nations were angry, right? And thy wrath is come. Why were they angry? Because this nigga's plans didn't fall through. Remember, when you read Revelation 17, let me go get it real quick. This bitch rides on the many waters. The nation, she controls the scene, the scenario right now. Right? So when they do these summit readings and these world economic meetings, right? You better believe it's Babylon the Great leading the charge. Okay? But check this out real quick. Let me just get this real quick. Revelations chapter 17. I'm going to start from verse 18 and I'm going to jump up to 17. Right? And the woman which thou sawest, which that woman is America, right? Is that great city, right? Babylon, the daughter of Babylon, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. You see? This is the hammer of the earth. America. This is the revival of the Western Roman Empire. This is the revival, man. All right, and this whore, America, rides on that beast. All right, with the 7 heads and 10 horns. Which the 7 heads consist of NATO, and the 10 horns consist of the European Union, man. Those vassal states. You see? Look it. For power hath put it in their hearts. Right? He has put it in their mind. Who is this talking to? This is talking to those 10 horns. Right? Look it. For power hath put it in their hearts. Right? In their minds, in their lam. To fulfill his will. See? So it's all about the Lord's will. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's will. And to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of power shall be fulfilled. So what's the conclusion of the matter? When we go back to the beloved brother's precept, Revelation 11:18, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come. They're angry because the councils they were having with this whore, there's these plans that she had of a new world order, and the stupidest plan ever to chip everybody on the planet, all right, and create these 15-minute cities and these computer super centers and reconstruct the infrastructure, man, create a society based off technocracy. This whole plan is not gonna fall. It's not gonna be successful. Okay, and ultimately, Esau, Edom, and the rest of these heathen, right, are gonna fall victim to prophecy. Let's continue on. Revelations 11:18. It reads, "And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged," man. And the dead is everybody outside of this council. Right? Proverbs 21:16. Right? The dead, everybody outside of this council right here, they're dead people walking, man. They're spiritually dead, and they're going to be literally destroyed upon the return of our Lord Yahweh Shai. Look. "And that thou shouldest give reward unto the servants, the prophets, and to the saints, Israelites." Right? Psalms 50. Psalms 50. Right? "And to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, Israelites." Right? "And to them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth." Okay? And again, Esau's history testifies against him that he has been a destroyer of the planet. All right? He's the destroyer of our heritage, as the Lord coined him. Right? And he's also coined as the destroying mountain. All right? And that's why he's going to be left as a burnt one through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. I'm going to leave you with that, beloved Akiyam. Hey, Lord willing, you were edified. Lord willing, you were spiritually fed through the spirit and the power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Shai. I'm going to get out of here. Hey, I'm going to leave you with that, man. And Esau's losing, and ultimately, he's going to lose, man. And get ready, there's going to be an onslaught of scourges and calamities, plagues that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai brings forth on this place, man. All right, with the lights going out being a heavy hitter, because that's gonna draw in that famine. Because no lights mean no food. Okay, no lights equal no food, which equals famine, man. And as scriptures tell us, many shall perish of famine. It tells us that's in the Apocrypha. Many shall perish of famine, man. Many, meaning the majority. But I'm going to leave you with that, beloved Akiyam and Akwaf. With that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Khodash. Hey, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. Hey, peace and salutations to you, beloved, hopefully elect men, women, and children, fighting that good fight of faith. I'm going to leave you with that. Hey, shalom. Keep fighting.